What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's time to get this money, y'all. Yeah. Uh, right now we're gonna check out this little clip. Hold on. All right. All right. All right. We're about to check out this little clip, y'all, on the update. The update of Lil Durk's verdict. You know, he finally got some. They finally got some OTF. I hope I said that right. They finally got a couple of OTFs who are willing to snitch on him. You feel me? Um, First of all, before we get into it, go do like on the screen. Go subscribe to the channel. Come on, let's make the channel bigger. Let's make this channel greater. Post jumper reactions. Post jumper reactions. Let's get it. We're gonna do we're gonna do reaction videos mainly with no jumper, right? But there's other things out there to look at. So yeah, the verdict on Lil Durk, this the updated verdict. I guess they snitching on Lil Durk about Lil Pab's passing. You get what I'm saying? Uh, I don't too much know who Lil Pab is, but pretty sure he was a real uh a real figure in the streets. You feel me? Like um a real celebrity. So let's get into the video. I ain't gonna talk too much. Um, go subscribe and press that notification bell so you get every time I drop something. You feel me? Uh, yeah. So that's about it I got for you. Hope y'all having a great day. Um, you know, and become members of the channel. Press that like button. Run those likes up, the comments, so we could get in the algorithm. You feel me? I want to spot in the algorithm. So, go run them likes up, y'all. Do what I just did. You feel me? Press that like button. Run them up so we get in the algorithm and YouTube could give our videos out to more people. So yeah, let's get into the video right now. Here we go.
Be seeing Sly Favon. I think they trolling me.
No reason I just don't see the comments no more.
Cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is...
The worst thing imaginable just happened to Durk. He started his court hearing today saying he wants to head straight into trial. The news wrote Durk's co-defendants, Dee Boogie and Brown Eyes, agreed with the government to push the trial back 5 months to May 4th, but Durk doesn't agree and wants the trial to begin as originally scheduled on January 7th. Once making this announcement in court, the judge allowed the prosecutors to take the stand to state their opinion. They walked up and the news wrote, Durk's trial prosecutors say they have several cooperating witnesses who will testify that he was the real organizer of the passings, essentially saying to start it whenever. The prosecutors don't care because they have snitches. This resulted in the courtroom having a recess. Once returning, Durk's lawyers folded and it would then be announced Durk's M for hire trial has been pushed back to the spring. The trial date for Durk and his 5 co-defendants is now scheduled for May 4th, with a pre-trial conference slated to happen on April.
So I want to ask y'all, bro, like, and I want y'all to be clear and put in the comments: is Durk going to get charged? Is he going to get life for this, or what y'all think? Y'all think he got time served? He's gonna get out with time served on parole. Like, I mean, put it in the comments what y'all think.
April 13th, which seems like a result of Durk's lawyers being caught off guard by what the prosecutors announced. However, this was only the beginning. The news read, people at Durk's hearing today said he looked noticeably thinner and that he cut his dreads. This came with the update which reported, judge denied the motion to disqualify. The motion to dismiss for vagueness was also denied. His motion for a bill of particulars was taken under advisement. The judge is letting both sides submit extra responses by Friday, and motion to dismiss count 4 was taken under advisement. As a lawyer described what denying the motions really mean.
I'm a criminal lawyer, and I just learned that the rap artist Lil Durk just had his motion to dismiss his for hire case denied. To be honest, I'm not that surprised. Let me tell you guys something. There's only 2 ways that Lil Durk is rocking out of that federal courtroom on 2 feet. A jury of 12 people says that he is not guilty, or President Trump pardons him. There's no other way that Durk is walking out of that court free. That judge is not going to be dismissing any key evidence. He's not going to be dismissing any motions. He's not going to do anything that significantly helps Lil Durk walk out of that courtroom without having a trial. Now, how and why am I so sure of this? Well, here's the first thing I want to tell you. Most federal judges used to be federal prosecutors, exact prosecutors that are prosecuting Durk. A lot of judges used to stand in that very position. Federal prosecutors can be very biased people, and very rarely, once they put on that black robe and become a judge, do they get rid of those biases, okay? That judge very likely probably thinks that Durk is guilty. He just can't be the one to actually say it.
It means Durk needs to have a trial if he wants to be free, which left creators to react.
Remo, this is my last no jumper. Durk already told me I wasn't supposed to come back up here with that last.
Now look what happened to him.
That man got kids. You talking about, look what happened to him.
Definitely not happy about him.
I wouldn't be happy if you go to jail, Adam, because I know you got daughter. Break it down.
There's multiple people who are no longer there for their kids as a result of that Durk allegedly called in.
Until they put that on black and white, sir. Stop throwing stuff on a black man who's trying to do something right for the community right now.
The feds have already put out a lot of information about this.
You don't have to put it out. You don't have to put it out. So this is a major platform.
You're not the boss of me. We talk about rap on here. I think it is well within our jurisdiction to talk about the fact
that what type of police
has been alleged to have ordered them.
This
free smirk though.
Free smirk. But also maybe
police platform. There's some police.
Just sit down for a little and decide, hey, maybe I'm not anybody else.
We don't have no proof.
Well,
we don't.
Although Durk's team having their motion for a bill of particulars is important, essentially this means that the prosecutors will have to give up their...
Yo, Adam don't care, bro. Like, I don't understand what people don't get. Adam don't care. Adam getting money off the content. He don't care what you think. He don't care what you think about him. He don't care what you think about his platform. He got all those endorsements, and he got all that. He don't care what nobody is thinking. He getting money, and that's all he knowing. He getting money while he's sleeping. He could go home in bed and have y'all in the studio at night and up all night and talking in the studio while he in the bed getting his bread. He get bread out of all of y'all, and what he just give y'all like a little $5,000. to waste y'all time arguing and bickering like females. Come on, bro.
Information and evidence to Durk's team. Although there's a new snitch who leaked a group chat to the feds. As they read through the chat, it was reported Durk is facing allegations from federal prosecutors that he put hits on O-Block members for not retaliating for King Von. Prosecutors will introduce testimony from a witness who claims Durk gave the orders, as it continues in the files saying Durk feuded with Munna Duke over Durk's belief that members weren't retaliating properly for King Von's passing. But WAC 100 revealed the truth of the snitches against Durk.
Life by basically saying he's guilty of for hire, and the only thing that, like, yes, some of these things look suspect. Why'd you go there? Why are these people going there? Why'd you send this message? But nothing. There's no message that they got that says where Durk says y'all that Quando yet. Nothing says that.
No, you missing the point. Okay. They got a witness already cooperating on that. Been had.
And let me tell you, academics, he a real snitch, bro. Like, academics really be snitching on everybody. He got a big ass platform too, and he really be snitching on everybody. He goes through everything. He goes through all the details. He's sitting there looking on his phone right now as we speak, as I pause it for details. He goes through all the details. He figure out everything. Academics is a real smart dude, and he's a snitch. But I mean, he ain't no gangbanger, so that don't coordinate with his lifestyle.
And one, we just ain't seen what they said. It's 3 years. One of the cooperating.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, that's co-conspirator too.
I don't need too much more than that. One of is cooperating. Then in the paperwork, you got the conversation. They say they had it in and out. The other two was figuring out how they getting paid.
However, one of the snitches might have been lying to the feds when it wrote, Durk could be found not guilty after documents reveal the main witness switched up his story. He first claimed there was no bounty, but now says there was. People thought it was Didi, but it can't be because he's trying to get out of the case.
And that's what Didi did. He's basically saying all this evidence y'all got against Durk got nothing to do with me. Why you got me charged with Durk? And that doesn't mean he's going against Durk. That just means he wants his case severed. And I'm telling you, if it's severed, it helps Durk. Because one of the main connective tissue to this conspiracy is saying that Durk told Didi to hire. Didi's saying, I ain't get told to hire nobody. And I ain't hiring nobody. What are you talking about? Why would I hire someone? That's his thing.
But what's concerning is the feds are trying to charge Durk for another attempt he made on Quando Rondo. With it reported, feds believe Durk was behind the attempt on Quando Rondo in 2021 at a gas station in Georgia. But they included the files which read, Durk raps the line, they're on my page like Slide for Vaughn. I know they're trolling me. But later in a podcast, he said, for some reason, I just don't see them comments anymore, where they aren't using the lyrics against Durk, but they're using the date of the songs released to line up with the gas station hit on Quando's team. But Durk's team thought they were going to secure a bond on one of their attempts, as it wrote, words from Durk's father have Durk being released on bond. With this being his third attempt, his lawyers made an offer so great the judge can't refuse it.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's going to give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
The main reason they thought it would work was because the feds removed lyric evidence from the case that painted Durk in a bad way, as it was specifically about the lyrics. Told me they got an addy, they got the location. Look on the news, see your son screaming no.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say.
It's crazy that you go viral saying slide for your homie and then wind up in the feds. Like, that's just weird to me, bro. Like, how they gonna go and get this dude because he said, telling his homies that he got to slide for his dead, they got to slide for his dead homies. And now that he said that, everybody think like he's paying. He got a bounty on people's heads. That don't mean you got a bounty on people's head because you telling people to slide for your homie. That don't even mean people listening to you. Because at the time of him saying slide for his homie, somebody wind up dead in LA. Wow, that's crazy.
At a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Even Durk's lawyer claimed that the charges were a complete joke in this interview.
The case is...
Ain't this the same killing they try to get Brick Baby on, though? They try to say Brick Baby gave up the location.
As follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Ack. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
However, another snitch agreed to a deal with the feds, which was from Vonnie. His file was updated to show he was no longer in custody, which means he was likely released on house arrest. But the funniest part is Vonnie told us himself that he was snitching when he texted a friend about his plea deal details and his friend leaked it. Vonnie texted, "I'm trying to plea out to a 32, which is the base for M for higher. The max is 43, which is life. I get -2 points for a plea, -1 point for an early plea, and -2 points for no background. I'll have 27 points, which is 5 to 7 years. I can't go to trial. Don't want them to do me like them other guys." He's referencing what happened to Jam at the end of the message, but more on that later. Because Vonnie's dad heard that his son was snitching and for some reason exposed him for more crime. He claims Vonnie was responsible for King Von's passing and that Durk knew about it.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, "Is it open?" Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Von? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, "Was it open?" This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was the exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Von? No way. That was right in there.
You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? Yeah. I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that another. You need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before he did.
But many wondered why Durk would do this to King Von. But it makes a lot of sense when you realize they shared a court case together, and suddenly months after King Von passed, the charges got dropped.
Why would Durk want Von?
Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table and I pass you up? Don't nobody want their cheap spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. He was signing the boys. Von wasn't no slack.
That's interesting. I did find out that Von didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was interesting.
I mean, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. If how's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He got a public defender."
This is then when a tweet went viral reading, "Vonnie's dad leaking that Durk had Von dealt with is really making me wonder why Durk suddenly goes on IG Live when he's connected to someone passing. He went on live the minute when King Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck passed away, which makes fans believe Durk used IG Live like an alibi." However, Vonnie's father wasn't done calling out his son, as we heard him in another interview.
Oh, no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they play. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
Oh, that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages? Like, that's,
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
That was the focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and that. And with me saying Vaughn, some people like, damn, what he gonna tell on some words on Vaughn?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Vaughn name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him Vaughn. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated Lil Pab. You orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
But Vonnie isn't the only snitch because Dee Dee's younger brother Ted is now snitching. When other rappers found out he flipped,
Man, everybody on here is snitching, bro. Like, if you bring anything to the internet, you talking about it, and you know it's gonna get fame, and you know it's gonna do.
reacted saying, "Please tell me this isn't real." Originally, Ted wasn't supposed to be involved in the case, but he was caught with a firearm at a store, so he's using his street knowledge to get his charges dropped.
Really? Dude had it. What about that? A man had it with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
As he began begging the police officer to snitch before he got inside the police station.
Come on. Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Everything. I swear to God, I think I'll be crazy. Please.
Soon after, he was placed into a cell and waited until an officer came to talk to him.
Wait, hold on. You gotta relax on me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 7 what you saying, man? We're gonna see what we can do for you, all right? See what we can do for you. You gotta relax on me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get a bus to prison. Relax.
Give me no, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
However, Durk's lawyers returned to getting the bill of particulars when it was reported. Durk has filed a new motion to dismiss based on the vagueness of the second indictment. If it is not dismissed, he requests a bill of particulars. They want the coded language used, the nature of the bounty, the date, and circumstance. In the paperwork, it states that Durk's lawyers want the feds to show the evidence of where Durk gave the offer for the bounty on Quando. They want the exact rewards that Durk offered for the hit, and they want the specific date of when he did it. Typically, this would have already been covered, but the prosecutors have been withholding the information. But things got concerning for Durk because he was taken into solitary after an officer found a cell phone in his jail cell.
They got Lil Durk in a hole for basically some BS, and right now we're gonna show the paperwork. They saying that he was caught with a cell phone, and basically that's not true. They trying to keep him in a hole, do a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing or whatever, but they're trying to make a point because they saying that me and him is privileged and we got so many things going on, and it's a lot of BS.
But there's another reason, as it was shared. Durk was involved in an altercation inside jail, which resulted in Baby tweeting, "I don't care about nothing else other than Durk right now, free the bro." But fans believe that Durk's team is being targeted because one of his close friends also passed in Chicago around the same timing Durk had his altercation. Fans quickly jumped to thinking Quando Rondo and Tim were behind it because Durk took out their friend Lil Pab. Surprisingly, on the same day Durk was targeted, they released interviews and tried to act like they only wanted peace.
No, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying fuck him and shit like that. Cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like, they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
Quando Rondo said something similar in how he wishes things were different.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
But all of Durk's bond attempts will be denied due to him getting thrown into solitary. Although lawyers believe Durk has a good chance once his case goes to trial, because his lawyers will claim the First Amendment to hopefully discard a lot of evidence against him. As they'll say, Durk only raps about street stuff but doesn't actually participate in any way. He only uses it to draw attention to his music.
There's a First Amendment argument here, right?
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about. And that doesn't mean just because the story is...
Even if Durk didn't end up in solitary, it was reported the feds say Durk would need to go broke and give up all of his property to be granted bond. They fear he might use his fortune to place bounties on witnesses.
No bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label. And ultimately, Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's going to have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
They already believe Durk tried to take out the biggest snitch in the case, which is Jam. It was announced. Has anyone heard from Jam after he snitched on Durk? Several members are gone, but he's been gone for months.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam
now
got
he
him
put
in a
everyone in a
jam.
jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Called a gun case.
Hello? It wasn't working. All right, see y'all later.